Hey everybody, we're here with Ross Miller at the Country Club in Detroit. Ross, how the heck are you?
Good to see you, Pat.
This is a really special golf course. Talk about the golf course and why it means so much to the members here.
The original course was a 9-hole track that evolved into a Colt, HS Colt routing.
Mhm.
And then from there, that evolved into our present routing that we have now in place, which is a CH Allison.
Mhm.
So some great architectural lineage. Unique in that it's a very flat golf course, very subtle, but still very challenging to score. It's
Right.
hosted 2 U.S. Amateur Championships, second of which launched the storied career of Arnold Palmer, as well as recently hosting the 2021 U.S. Senior Amateur.
You've seen some change even over time. Talk about how the course has evolved over the last 10 or 15 years.
The club brought in Keith Foster Design to do a bunker renovation. Bunkers were renovated to pretty much where they stand now. Following that, the club started to entertain a true master plan. Greens were regrassed, obviously. Approaches were regrassed. Tees were rebuilt at that time. Bunkers were renovated at that time as well. A unique project of rebuilding, renovating bunkers as they stood in-house over a 4-year span.
Describe them from an architectural standpoint. How would you describe the bunkers here?
As we call them, eyebrow bunkers.
Mhm.
Not true grass face all the way to the floors, but just a subtle bit of grassing edges. Some of the subtlety, again, the design of them melds with the land here. And the uniqueness of those is off the tee box, you see just a few inches of each bunker just peeking off the tee.
So the sand has been in place before you even got here.
Yes.
So you inherited pro-angle sand, but you kind of put a process into place to make sure that it met member expectations and the playability stayed where you want it to be. Talk about that process of keeping the sand the way you want it to be.
We had been going through the systematic, just double checking depths and adding sand where needed. For us, it wasn't enough. And we wanted to integrate the same approach that we did with grass edges and renovating those and keeping those up to square every year, where we're renovating grass surrounds with high impact sand volume on them. We've instituted the same approach into the bunker sand itself, where we will skim off any of the discolored sand, the top inch, call it, back to the original true color of the sand, and refilling it, plate compacting it, water packing it, making sure getting everything back to the intended specs. So we've started to implement that plan over the last year, and it's something that we're going to continue with moving forward to keep everything, the playability at the expectations of the members, at our expectations and standards, and keep that aspect in tune with the rest of the property to optimize playability at all times.
When you hear feedback from the members about the bunkers and particularly with this process you put in place, what typically are they talking about?
Similar to most clubs, I would assume, is the playability and the consistency. The consistency is the big thing. It could be a deluge 2-inch rainstorm. It could be like what we've been experiencing, drier than normal conditions. So the consistency of the playing surface is the big thing for the membership. And that's done with minimal extra impact from our team from a labor and resource standpoint. Not hand wiring to maintain certain moisture levels. The consistency of that is highly desirable for our end to optimize the playability for the membership end and optimize efficiency on our end. We're in our 14th season with it now, and we have no expectation to change course anytime soon. And for future renovations, whether it be for our par 3 course or whatever, bunker sand will be in alignment.
Well, hopefully the information you've shared with us today will do some of the same things for some other superintendents out there. As always, I know people can reach out to you if they have any questions.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much for joining us. Stay tuned for more from our friends at BESTSAND.